Hi guys, Jason from JVA Carpy Adventures, and this week I've got a hook bait review that I thought I'd probably never ever do. So, a while back I met someone on the bank who's been having loads of success and asked them how they do it, like you do, and he let me in on the fact that he uses a rather special hook bait by a company called The Bait Room. So, I'd never heard of them before guys, and there's a little sticker of them. Hopefully that'll come out so you can see where they are. I'd never heard of them, and what separates them from everyone else, I'd like to just start with a price. So please bear in mind guys, I do not normally buy stuff like this. It's just not within my price range, you know, it's not what I do. But for a review for you guys out there, I'm doing this, and that's literally the only reason guys. So this pot, I prefer wafters, so this pot of wafters, you do get 64 in their mind, but this pot of wafters cost me £45. Yeah, I can hear a few of your jaws dropping right there now. Yeah, I was the same when I heard about it. I was like, what? That is crazy. Now, I did try one on the bank from this guy, and I didn't catch that night, but I hadn't catch previous, so I can't really take that as a given. So, for my viewers, I have decided to purchase a pot of these, and I have gone for the Tiger Toffee, because obviously I fish quite often at Mousehole Lakes, and I suspect it would be one of the flavours that I would hope would do well there. So I've gone for their Tiger Toffee, and I'm going to be giving it a bit of a test on the bank. So first off, let's talk about why they are as expensive as they are. The guy says he used only the finest expensive ingredients, which I don't doubt. And I'll be honest, the minute you open the pot, you are hit by the aroma. So I will show you these. They are kind of like a nice tan colour. They are what you'd expect, any sort of, you know, all nut toffee type wafter, you'd expect that sort of colour, and they are that. I'll be honest, smell like they've got a little bit of spice in there as well. Funny enough, my last bait review was actually spiced corn, and a tiny little hint of that sort of smell in there. So yeah, I don't doubt there's some spices in there as well. So there they are guys. Now there is one little thing you do get with them. They do actually give you a little booster jar as well. So I haven't used it yet, so you know what, I'm actually going to put a few drops in now, see what it does. Give it a bit of shake. But you know what, actually guys, I have found if you want to do this, if you want to do your tubs, it's better to empty them a little guys. So I'm just actually going to take some of them out, I think, for now, maybe half, just so I've got room to get that flavour around in those. So I'm just going to do that, add a few little drops. Oh okay, comes out a little bit thicker than I thought it would. And then let's give these a bit of a whirl. Oh yeah, okay, so that does strengthen the flavour a bit guys, for sure. Funny, it hasn't left them all glazed like and glossy like you would normally expect, so that's quite interesting. Obviously I didn't put a lot, but I'm actually fishing in 2 days, so I should have been prepping these probably for about the last 2 weeks. I've had it for about that long, but I've been so busy with the Build Your Own Barrow series I've not had time to do a review on these. Yeah, no, I mean they definitely seem good guys, but I think for this weekend I will just concentrate on sort of 3/4 of a pot. I'll put the others in a bag safely and put them back into this. I think when you get these pots guys and you want to put, you know, glug or goo or anything in them, you need to give them enough room so that you can swing, you know, get that flavouring all around and all. I found that recently when I was doing some scent from hell that I wanted to boost with some squid goo. Definitely the more room you got, the better. Get them evenly coated. So obviously there are things I like to do before I go in the bank guys, so I like to see how they sit with my size 6 hooks. And actually I'm going to show you a couple of sides here guys from their site that actually do recommend, I think it's size 6 and 4 hooks for their wafters. So I need to check how they're going to sit. No point having an expensive bait and not knowing it's sitting correctly, so I'm going to do that now guys, and then I'll show you it on camera. Okay guys, so under the weight of a size 6 hook, which is normally what I use to be fair, The wafter is exactly doing what you'd want it to do, which is waft. Yeah, got to say, really happy with that, guys. They do recommend a size 6 or 4 for their wafters, and it's definitely doing its job. Let's just show you from the top. Yep, very happy with that, guys. I will try it on one more rig, but alright guys, so I just wanted to test it with a size 4 hook as well to see how it sits, and this is a size 4 lock hook from OMC, and again, as you can see, it's doing exactly what you want it to. It's wafting. So yeah, I'd be very confident in putting them out this weekend. I'll also say they're a nice firm consistency, so if you're using bait screws or anything like that, you wouldn't really need to worry about them coming off. So happy days. Next time you see me, we'll be on the bank. Hi guys, so welcome to the second part of this review, which is the on the bank and the testing side of it. So I'm now at Mousehole Lakes. I'm on Kestrel Lake and Swim 4. So my first evening here, I am going to be putting out 2 of these baits all over the weekend. They are wafters. I've chosen to go for like slip D type rigs, and as I said, I've gone for the Tiger, Toffee and Vanilla. So there's the rigs, guys. That's what's going to be going out. I will let you know what will be matching them is just a small little mesh bag, nothing else, just the baits and a small little mesh bag. Obviously Bait Room doesn't do their own dedicated boilies, so those are just another nut based boilie, guys. Okay, so that's what's going out for Friday evening. I've got my fingers crossed. I really hope the bait does well. Obviously it's not cheap, so let's see if it produces the goods or not. Morning guys. So 4:30 Sunday morning, I've had my first take on that expensive bait. It's only a lovely little £18.8 mirror, but happy all the same. Let's get her up, let you have a look at her. I might rest her for a little bit and then get a couple of pics and put her back, but let's get her up for you initially, guys. There you go, guys, look at that. Absolutely beautiful, really gorgeous. I will show you the other side. There you go, guys. Beautiful. £18.8. Okay guys, so now that I've been fishing the weekend with these, which is the Bait Room hook baits, obviously I went for their Tiger, Toffee and Vanilla wafters. I pimped them up a bit with their juice that they give you. And how have I done? Well, I've had one fish, guys. I'll show you it here. Nice £18.8 mirror, so happy days, happy with that. But am I happy with this overall for the weekend? Bear in mind I've had 2 fish this weekend, guys. One of them being a £30 8-ounce common, which I had on Parker Baits OG Fish Magic Bean in orange, and an £18 mirror that I've had on these. And I think it kind of boils down to expectations, guys. So you're going to pay £45 for a tub of hook bait. You kind of expect them to be exceptional, don't you? You expect you're going to throw them out and you'll be pulling fishing left, right and centre. Well, I haven't, you know, not even come close to it. Now, I've fished this swim a few times before. I've blanked in here before, but I've also had 3 fish in here before. Now, if I'd come and I'd had 4 fish and all of them had been on the Bait Room's Tiger Toffee, then you know what? I'd probably be saying, you know what guys, there probably is something to it. You know, I believe they are exceptionally good. But I've got to be honest guys, for paying that sort of money, you do have an expectation where it's going to produce. I'll chuck it in, do pretty good angling. I mean, you know, I went to spots that I believed were good. In fact, I went to spots that I know have been producing during the week. So I don't believe it was the spots. I can't hand on heart, guys, say I recommend these. Sure, you know, if you want to go to their website, which is kind of open once a month on a Saturday for literally 20-30 minutes before they sell out, and try and get yourself a pot, feel free to do it, guys. They've got loads of fancy flavours and all the rest, but I can hand on heart say I think you'd catch exactly the same sort of thing on your regular pot of stuff that you're using already. You know, the main thing is use what you're confident in, locate those fish. So strangely, for one of my reviews, I've actually got to say I wouldn't recommend them, guys. Now I know there are plenty of really good anglers out there catching loads of fish in them. I know that for a fact, but those are really good anglers that I think if they had a $5.99 pot of wafters or pop-ups would still be catching the same amount of fish. So I can't say it's made a difference to me. I do know I kind of picked the flavour that I believed would do well at Mouse Hole, and yeah, it hasn't done the goods for me this weekend. That said, since I've been here from Friday, no one else has caught anything on this lake. So I've had two, so I'm happy with that, but I don't think they have made a massive difference. Now, I am back here next week and I'm on the other lake on Kingfisher, so I am going to be putting at least one of them out on one of the rods because I want to try it on the other lake. You know, that tiger nut and toffee and all those flavourings I think should do well in both lakes, but I do think they'd do better in Kingfisher. So I am going to try them, guys, next week on the other lake. But for me, you know, unless you really believe all the hype and all the rest, I can't recommend them. Not at £45 a pot. That's a lot of money for just a set of hook baits. There are no matching boilies or anything like that. You know, you could go to somewhere and get one of these good deals where you get like 3 kilo of bait and some wafters and some glug and all the rest for 45 quid. So yeah, sorry guys, it's only my honest opinion, and I'm letting you know that now. It's only my honest opinion, but I wouldn't spend £45 on another pot of these. You know, the expectation is you spend that sort of money, you expect you're going to get results. And yes, I have had a fish, but you'd want exceptional results, wouldn't you, really? If you're spending that sort of money on a pot of wafters or pop-ups, you'd want to be pulling in fish left, right and centre. And that, obviously that's not the fishing game, but that's the expectancy. So you're left a little bit disappointed if they don't perform how you think they should. And at the end of the day, they are only a pot of wafters, guys. You know, I could have put out just a little bit of pop-up corn and had the exact same results. In fact, what I should also say is the one that actually went off this morning was actually topped with a little bit of pop-up maize. So it was one of these, but it was topped with pop-up maize. So whether that had an effect on it or not, I don't know, guys. So that's the end of my review of the Bait Room Tiger Toffee Wafters, as I keep showing you. Firstly, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little review. Sorry I couldn't bring you more fish, it would have been good if I had. Can I ask, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and I post every single week on a Friday. If you've enjoyed this short review, even though it's advising you not to buy them, give it the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. Alright guys, only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you on the next vlog.